Hello, welcome to the E02 show. I'm your host, Johnny Alone, and in this episode, I've not brought on regulars because, well, they're busy as always, and I have to respect that. But as for our guest, she is from the United States, and she is an artist. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Katia Reed. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. I thought your mic got cut off.
Oh, I was just waiting for when I
Okay, it's cool, it's cool.
Sorry.
It's fine. So, how's life?
Life is pretty good. Can't complain.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And have you been up to much recently?
Just creating up a storm. That's all I do.
Okay.
Create, and more create.
Excellent. Now, what kind of an artist are you?
I am a multi-hybrid artist. Because I create at will whatever I want in whatever medium I feel like doing. I like doing animation and filmmaking and writing, especially writing. It's one of my favorites, amongst many things.
Okay, that's actually really interesting. Well, what specifically do you kind of create in different forms of media?
Specifically, well, it's just whatever my soul wishes to express. Well, I like doing some watercolor pieces, which are really cool. But I especially like world building. So I like building whole new worlds full of characters and all their stories and backstories. I'm pretty much a world builder. I like building things with my art.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And what inspired you to become an artist?
Well, it was always in me since the dawn of as far back as I can remember. It's something that's just written into my DNA and I just kind of do. Even if I didn't want to, I still kind of designed to just create. But yeah, that's what inspired me really. I just do it. It's a way of my expressing what's in me and what I wish to say.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of artwork have you recently worked on?
Well, that's a lot. You're a lot of art actually. I've got a couple of cool projects, a few screenplays. One of my finished pieces is something I've been working on since I was a 9-year-old girl, titled Gordon's Quest, that's packaged into full motion picture movie scripts. And it's got a vision board and website with all the art that I did for it and all the talent I worked with along the way to bring the concept to life. I have my book, The Foretold Story, Book 1, Part 1, which is the prequel to this world that I built.
Okay.
I've got there's PB, the angry paper bag. He's a recycled paper bag who's bitter because he was thrown away and he gets like a new chance at life. So, and he's kind of the face and mascot of my work. So there's some stuff with him as well. And you'll be seeing some comics and animated shorts I'm going to create with him. And wow, there's just a lot. I have a whole bunch of things I'm working on at once.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
you must be really busy.
Yeah, I am.
Excellent. Tell me more about this screenplay. I'm actually interested to know.
Well, the screenplay again, there's a prequel book to it titled The Foretold Story. So the first book of the series is currently out, which leads up to this movie screenplay titled Gordon's Quest. The book series follows this young kid named Midas, and he's in a future world, New York City, and he has big dreams and he tries to go and pursue these dreams, but then he gets caught up in, unbeknownst to him, principalities of the world that don't want him to succeed, and there's this greater battle of good versus evil. I'm probably not explaining it quite right. There's a lot of moving components to it.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. You actually, I actually get the idea now. I kind of like the concept you came up with. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of like inspired by life's unusual encounters, dreams and visions, and just some metaphors in there.
Okay. What do you like about being an artist?
Well, um, I like it because it's one of the most powerful gifts one can have on the face of this earth. We create out of nothing. Kind of the closest you can get to God with a little G, if you will. I believe in God, so to me, he's my greatest inspiration and the artist of all artists who creates thing, and like him, I create too, just on a smaller scale. And I just like how we have the power to touch the hearts and souls of the people with a single image or a written word. We have that kind of power, and it impacts people, and it causes conversation. It invokes emotions. It makes people ask questions and think. And
Yeah,
that's my favorite part of creating.
that's nice. I like it. Is there any form of art that you've always dreamt about working on or create?
Um, a form of art?
Hmm.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, you've engaged in like in all forms of media, right?
A non-form. Sorry, I'm trying to follow.
I'm just asking, like anything beyond your wildest imagination. What kind of artwork have you dreamt about working or create?
Oh, the artwork I'm working on create. Well, I'd say everything that I've got packaged in my screenplays is probably the ultimate finished versions of all of my work. Like for the Foretold Story prequel that goes into Gordon's Quest is pretty much the finished vision. What's in the screenplay is the finished vision, and it would be a wildish dream to really see that world come to life in all of its full glory for the big screen. Yeah.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have any role models growing up?
Oh, wow. Well, I have a lot of inspiration, well, role models that I draw from. Um, I think the first that really opened my world to art was Walt Disney. It's one of the first complicated books I've ever read at the age of 4. It was like this thick book, and it had all of his animations from when he first started back with All's World all the way up to the animations for Beauty and the Beast. And I was like, wow, he was like the first. And then George Lucas came along because when I was 5, I saw The Empire Strikes Back. I don't know why that movie was so captivating to me, but it was my favorite Star Wars film to this day that I love that George Lucas made. He kind of became a role model for me as well. Um, Michael Jackson was also like, I get inspiration from all kinds of people. Michael Jackson, in the sense that his music united people around the world. It didn't matter like where he went. Like, there could be like, he could go into the Middle East and perform in an arena, and he can bring all kinds of groups together that might hate each other, and they'll come together under his music and be unified. And that's really powerful. So that was his music, and everything was inspiring, and the things he had to say when he was writing his music and his scorings. I like Ivan Torrance, another role model for me. He's a really amazing epic composer. Um, and I listen to his music a lot when I create. So I really like Princess Diana is another one for her elegance and her class and the way she carried herself. And of course my mom too, because my mom is like the one that ultimately introduced my world to art, and introduced me to the different kinds of arts, different kinds of music, different kinds of things, writings and books. I was just sucking it all up like a sponge. And everyday people also can be a role model, just people that just show genuine kindness, or that endure through hard times, and they get through these hard times with with a and still come out with a good heart. That that's all in all role models. And my biggest role model, biggest, is I know um God first. He's my biggest role model of all. But it comes at anywhere and at any time in life, really. But all these things just feed me creatively and inspire me.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite season?
Summer, which is almost here. I'm so excited. I love summer.
Yeah, same. The sun is shining and all the trees are blooming and then all the flowers and the bees and all the amazing animals of the animal kingdom, it's just a bit of frolic about.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All
Oh
the
yeah.
vibrant colors and everything. Everything's
Yep.
bloomed.
Yeah.
What
So
about you? You said summer, right? For you?
yes, I'm more between summer and maybe winter at times, mainly for the snow, of course, because who doesn't love winter for the snow? It's just a lovely time of the year that gives you like a nostalgic vibe.
Oh, yes. You gotta
Yeah.
love your winters.
Oh
That's
yes.
an Did you know no snowflake is alike? When you
I
look at
no,
Have you
I
ever
didn't know
uh,
that.
Yeah, they're all different. I mean, well, I like to look at everything with a fine-tooth comb, but each snowflake is crafted differently.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
quite
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what do you so besides creating art, what else do you do in your free time?
I like to explore. I like to I like to explore nature, go for nature walks and observe things. I love going to the beach and finding sea glass hunting and treasure hunting. That's really fun. And I like collecting rocks. Well, only special ones. It depends. Like sea glass hunting, rock collecting, um, and just looking at nature. I like to photograph nature as well, different things, because these are things that inspire me in my stories and places I want to build and different things. Oh, and I love studying the sky, the stars and the planets and the astral, celestial bodies in the sky. It's beautiful, and moon gazing too. That's really fun, and that all of those elements you also find in my work, very prevalent in my work.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
How about
What
you? What do you like to do on your free time when you're not interviewing people?
hmm, well, usually I record videos for social media. I watch a bit of YouTube, watching my favorite creators, and and also working on a secret project that's about to come in the next few years. It's actually pretty cool. It's mind blowing.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing.
Oh, it sure is. Oh yes.
I can't wait to see what it is. I know it's secret, so I'll just wait till you let the secret out.
Be worth it. It's definitely worth it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, same. Where was the most relaxing place you've been to?
Relaxing place? I would say that's a hard choice. There's always a relaxing moment in every place. I gotta say the beach though. The beach, the waves, the way the water hits the shore, the sounds of the seagulls, the smell of the salty sea air. There's nothing like it, especially on a full moon's night. Now, on a full moon's night, it will look like you're on some other kind of planet because the moon will be so incredibly close that you can literally reach for it and put it in your pocket. Kind of like the
Yeah.
saying my sister once told me something when I was going through a hard time, which is a scene in my book, actually, The Foretold Story, book one, part one. The character himself was going through a hard time, and he shares this moment with his mother, which was kind of a real moment between me and my sister when I was sitting in the room and it was dark, and I saw the moon out the window, and I was gazing at it, and my sister just came in and told me essentially I could become anything I wanted to be, and all you have to do is reach for the moon and put it in your pocket. So when you're at the ocean, sometimes the moon looks really big. Like you can literally hug it if you wanted to. And it almost feels like another world. It's really cool and it reflects off the water with all the stars. It's like really magical. But yeah, the beach.
Oh yes, the beach is the best place to be.
Yeah.
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'd say a dog. I prefer a dog because I think they're a little nicer and friendlier. I think cats are a little cats are just cats.
Okay, okay, that's nice. What's the best way to start the morning?
Well, I like to start my morning with a quick prayer, thanking God for another day. Um, and then I like to look at my vision board, which is right over my bed, and read a positive quote. That's one of the post-its on my wall. And maybe read a verse from the Bible, and then I go about my day. That's the best way to start a day, I think, anyways.
Okay, that's great. That's a brilliant way to start the day.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
positive vibes.
nice. What was the last book you've read?
The last book I've read,
Mm-hmm.
well, I haven't read one in a hot minute because I've been busy writing them. But the last book I read, do mangas count as books? A Japanese comic.
Okay,
It's called
interesting.
from the Legend of Zelda series. One of my favorites, actually, from Legend of Zelda, called Twilight Princess.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, wow, that's a hard choice. I don't quite know where I would want to live if I could live anywhere in the world. Definitely someplace in nature, I would think. I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to explore it more before I could decide. There's so many places to see.
Okay, that's cool. What is the one thing you can't live without?
Uh, the one thing I can't live without is I can't live without one thing. I would say I can't live without God. He's my one thing I can't live without, followed by my art. I mean,
That's
life without purpose is you're kind of lost at that point. Everybody has a calling, so mine's happens to be art.
yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that always makes you laugh?
Makes me laugh? Oh, that's a good question. Something that always makes me laugh. I say people. People make me laugh. Some of the things they do is really funny. Well, as an artist, you always have to, it's always good to draw from life. And in seeing how people are, it just add more to the realism of my characters and the little quirky things they do along the way, that are found in my characters. Example, like characters like Erskine Wells, who's in my novel. He's your worst kind of boss you can ever imagine having, and all these little quirks I crafted into him was inspired by real life in situations and influences, um, watching and observing mannerisms and being able to capture that and write about it. And then when other people read about it, they laugh about it too. And it just kind of makes, I don't know, it just makes it interesting and funny. And I always just find it funny, people's reactions, I guess. I don't know how to answer it.
That's fine. So that's a pretty good answer. I like that.
Thanks.
You're
Hope I
welcome.
worded it right. I was trying to find a way to say it, but I wasn't sure how.
Well, I think I fully understand what you just said. It was great.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What was the longest travel journey you have ever took?
Longest travel journey? A car ride when I was younger. I was like in high school, and I had the opportunity to visit Canada, and that was a pretty long car ride. It was probably, I'd say like 8 hours if I remember correctly, or 9 hours. And that was like a really long car ride, and it was really fun because you driving through the mountains and you can see all the farmland, and when you have the music playing, and it's just like a really cool car ride. So it wasn't too bad.
Okay, that's
I still
great.
had my sketchbook and notebook so I could write and draw. So that was
Okay,
really fun.
nice, nice. Where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
Ooh, that's a great question. I can't say though. I think I think in 20 years, in 20 years, I think my creations will people will start to know the things I make in 20 years.
Hmm,
My characters and my stories.
okay, interesting. That's
Hmm.
nice. Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah, I'm just thinking what else to ask you. What kind of music do you often listen to?
I listen to all kinds of music actually. I've listened to, well, I love epic orchestra music, which is amazing. Like Ivan Torrent, he's like my favorite composer. I also like Seal. He's brilliant too. I love Seal, the singer. Um, I listen to pretty much anything good on my ears. I listen to some rock, indie. I love club mixes, house music. I like adventure music. I like classical music. I like opera music. I like the Vienna Waltz. I like all kinds of music. Not too much of a country person, like as in country songs and country music, but I respect the craft and I'll listen to it every now and then. But that's probably my least favorite musical genre.
Okay, cool,
Mhm.
cool, cool. Do you have any pets?
Nope. I used to have a pet, uh, a couple of pets as I was growing up, but not right now though.
Hmm. Okay. What is the best pair of shoes you've ever owned?
Best pair? That's an interesting question. Well, I don't know. I guess I never really thought about that. Converse are always cool.
Yeah, they always are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
You
sure
added
about.
questions?
Yeah. What is the best way to travel?
I like personally, best way to travel? Ride your bike. It's great exercise and you get to see the world around you. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Riding a bike is always a great experience.
Or even walking. I think walking is really good. Because again, it's really good to, as an artist, keep a healthy lifestyle. Part of creating good is to be able to exercise and keep yourself fit and go for walks. And you're killing two birds with one stone by walking and observing the world around you and getting creatively inspired.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, thought it was great having you here, Katia, talking about your work as an artist and asking many multiple questions and everything else. It's been absolutely amazing.
Why, thank you for having me on the show. It was definitely a unique experience.
You're welcome. And until next time, stay tuned for more.